Alright guys, so before we get into this video, I want to do a review of the Combat Crunch Bar, the Cinnamon Twist, because I did one of the chocolate peanut butter or the chocolate chip cookie dough one, I think it was, a few videos ago. Wasn't that big of a fan. You guys told me this is the one to get, so I bought 4. I ate one already. So if it's not good, I'm blaming you guys because I spent like 10 bucks on these. So macros per bar are 7 grams of fat, 25 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 20 grams of protein. So pretty similar to a Quest bar. If you haven't noticed, I'm wearing some KT tape right now on my shoulder. Today I just did my first upper body workout in a week due to my shoulder. Felt good. Towards the end of the workout, my shoulder started getting sore. But rather than the pain being, front, back, top of my shoulder, now it's just centralized in one part of the front shoulder. So definitely getting better. I'll show you some of the mobility stuff doing, the stretches I'm doing. But it's definitely feeling a lot better. And I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with KT tape. They don't think it's beneficial, but for every 2 people that like one thing, there's one person that doesn't like it. Just like protein bars or anything else you try, not everyone's gonna like it. So I find it really beneficial, supportive. The first time I tried it out was about a year ago when I was in iBulk for the Army. I had hyperextension, my hamstring, so I had to go to the field, so I had to do PT, so I used it on there. And I found it beneficial, very supportive. But all right, we'll get into this review. I'm getting off topic. The Cinnamon Twist Combat Crunch Bar. Texture similar to a Quest bar. It has like a really good, maybe a white chocolate like coating. It's better than the chocolate chip cookie dough one, but I still think Quest wins. I'm just not completely sold that this beats the Quest S'mores bar. They're good. I'll give it maybe 8 or 9 out of 10. So, I think they're worth the money. They're pretty good, but Quest wins. I'm sorry, Quest wins. So we'll get in the video, guys. So this morning I was up a little earlier than usual, and to make it through the rest of the day, I had to pick me up a Monster. Feeling a little froggy, trying the new Ultra Citron. Reminds me of like that Patron. Patron. But I wasn't going to try this one because I heard bad reviews. So here's my honest review. It tastes like Sprite. Like identical to Sprite. It even has more carbonation than the other Monsters. But it has more caffeine per serving. So this one has 152 milligrams. I think the white one, the red and the blue have like 140. So a little bit more. Stacking this with some Jolly Ranchers. Got to represent Hershey. Jolly Ranchers are made in Hershey, PA. And if you don't know, that's where I'm from. So 3 of these is 17 grams of carbs. So right now it's just after lunch. Eating this, drinking this, and then getting back to work. So this right here is something you guys might want to try out. That is Jello infused with amino acids and creatine. I made this last night when I was dieting for my show in 2013. For like 3 weeks, this was my go-to before going to bed every night because it was very filling. And if you look at the back of the package, it says 10 calories per serving, but it says 0 fat, 0 carb, 1 gram of protein, or less than 1 gram of protein. So it's pretty much nothing. There's like nothing in it. So what it is, I mixed 1 cup of boiling hot water last night with the entire packet, 4 servings of the Jello mix. It's a sugar-free Jello mix. This was the black cherry. And then I mixed 1 cup of just regular cold water, 1 serving of Intraflight, so you got your branched chain amino acids, carnitine L-tartrate, agmatine sulfate, taurine, and then 5 grams, 1 serving creatine monohydrate. Mix it all up and just threw it in the fridge. Super easy. In college, I would do this in the morning, let it sit during the day, and at night eat this before going to bed because some volume would fill me up, and I get my branched chains and my creatine. So if you're dieting right now, this could be your savior. Jello. You probably didn't know, but Jello could be your savior. I mean, it's a lot of volume. It's really good. You can throw your creatine. You can even do this like with your pre-workout. Throw your pre-workout in here and have it pre-workout. You don't like all of it just disappears, and it's really good. So I'm having this. I just got off of work, and on the way home from work, I stopped at Scott and White. I think it's a Texas thing. Scott and White. They have like the hospitals down here, and they have clinics and like walking clinics. Because I wanted to get a second opinion on my shoulder to see what exactly was going on. Because I keep researching stuff, I keep trying to find out how long it's going to take for this thing to heal. Completely, because I just want to lift again. I just want to lift up the body. So, but they had a 2.5 hour wait. So, came home, eating this, and about to make a Monte Cristo because you guys wanted a more macro-friendly Monte Cristo. So, I'm going to make it happen. So, for the bread, I'm going to make it almost like a French toast by just have 2 pieces of white bread, and I'm going to dip them in 1 beat up egg. So, you know, similar to how you make French toast, and then fry it on both sides. And that's like the preparation for the bread. And then in the inside, I'm going to put 2 ounces of mesquite smoked ham, mesquite smoked turkey breast, 1 slice of provolone cheese, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, and then 2 servings of sugar-free Smucker's grape jelly. Grape jelly. So that's what's in the inside, and then I'm going to fry it up like a sandwich with those 2 pieces of almost identical French toast bread, and then top it with some powdered sugar. So for the powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup or 30 grams is 30 grams of carbs. There's no way I'm using a 1/4 cup, so I'll probably use maybe a teaspoon and a tablespoon total, maybe 5 grams of carbs. I'm not even going to track it. So I'm going to assemble this masterpiece and then show you what it looks like. So I got the sandwich and I got some homemade chips, which are really easy to do. You just take russet potatoes, cut them very thin, and then broil them for like 5-10 minutes. Flip them over. Honestly, like really good, really easy. So for this sandwich, this thing weighs a ton. There's a lot in there. And on top of the powdered sugar, so. So good. The other day in a video I mentioned how I was going to Walmart to get a lacrosse ball to do myofascial release on my shoulder. I ended up getting a cue ball because they didn't have any lacrosse balls left. But what you can do is just get a flat wall somewhere, get the ball, put it on the wall. You can use this for your upper chest, you can use this for your back, and just work that problem area out. You just target that location that hurts and just get really deep into it and work. It's going to be painful, but you just working out, because I'm doing this because tonight I'm doing squats for the first time in 2 weeks. I want my shoulders to be loose, but you can use this for a lot of part of your body. It's the same concept as, it will hurt, as doing like foam rolling for your legs or whatever, your lower back, but it really is beneficial. Myofascial release breaks up that scar tissue and increases mobility as well. Alright guys, so first squat session back doing legs in about 2 weeks, and it felt really good. I was just missing them a lot, and you know, that camber bar squat just wasn't the same. Back squats are my go-to and one of my favorites. And what I had to change and kind of adjust is, in the past couple months after graduating Ranger School, I transitioned into a low bar squat, and I could squat a lot more. It did feel comfortable. My hip flexors had to get used to it, but I used to always be a high bar squat guy, and now I'm going back to high bar squat just because it's easier on my shoulder. And you know, thinking back over the last couple months of all the things I've changed, because I transitioned more into a powerlifting strength program rather than hypertrophy and a bodybuilding split. And I changed a lot, not just one thing here and there. I changed a lot in my deadlift form. I switched from conventional to sumo. I switched from low bar or high bar to low bar. And on the bench press, I really changed my grip from a more narrow grip to a very wide grip. And looking back, I think I should have changed one variable at a time rather than changing a lot of things, because you know, your body gets so used to something. When you change a lot of things, it kind of throws it out of whack, and a lot of muscles work together in sync to build off one another. So once I start building back into this program, I'm going to start incorporating high bar squats again. I can get a lot deeper in a high bar squat, and personally it's just really comfortable for me and something I've always been sticking to. But something I want to talk about in this video that I haven't done in a long time is my post-workout thoughts. I haven't done this in a video in weeks, and some of you newer subscribers probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but after some of my videos I used to talk about things I was thinking about during my workout, and this one in particular I was thinking about reasons people don't do what they want to do. So, you know, the biggest excuse you hear a lot of the time is it's just not a good time in my life. And I'm going to relate this to the military world, and a lot of people in the civilian sector can definitely relate to this. But if you spend a day in the military, you know that there is not one day that is the right day. And if you keep putting things off, it's never going to happen. If you're waiting for that right day to come along and happen, man, you're just waiting for a day that doesn't exist. And that's one thing that really hit me when I joined the military. And I wanted to pursue a career in fitness, and I wanted to pursue my own business at one point in my life. And I kept telling myself initially that after the Army I'd had the opportunity, and that, you know, I'm still early on and I don't need to start it yet. But it hit me after talking to some people that start creating opportunities for yourself. Because the longer you wait, the more you postpone it, the most likely you're going to forget about it, and you're going to lose that drive that you have initially. And that drive that you have initially is the strongest drive you probably will ever have. So I encourage you, if there's something you want to do in life, just make it happen, guys. Go and attack it, and just start building a plan. Start doing something to make it happen. So I will talk to you guys in the next video.